Good day, friends and families. How are you all doing? I hope you all having a good time. So today's video, as you guys saw on the title, is the next level of how to freeze, preserve and store your green seasoning for later use. How good that sound. And also I will be showing you today the best way of how you can also put your green seasoning in a jar and simply store in your fridge for as long as you want. Now most of you guys will be asking how I've made the green seasoning. So for those of you who haven't seen my green seasoning recipe, I've already uploaded the video and it's already on YouTube, and I would link the video at the end of this video so that those of you who haven't seen the video can also go and have a look to see how I make my green seasoning recipe. And as always, I know if you guys watch the video till the end, you would love this recipe and you may want to give it a try. So my friends, without further ado, let me show you how to make it. So friends and families, to get started, into my cooking pan I've got some oil, and then next I will be adding some bay leaves, and I'm using 4 bay leaves for this recipe. Next is a combination of white and red onions, which I've cut into chunks, and I'm going to add that as well. And then followed by adding a portion of garlic cloves, and I'm using about 8 of them. Next is time to add the dry seasoning, and the first seasoning I will be adding is 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, and these are the seasoning I will be using to infuse the oil, but you can add more seasoning if you wish. And I'll follow up by stirring it until everything is caramelized, and once it's caramelized I will set it aside and let it completely cool down before taking it to the next process. Okay guys, it's been quite a while since my oil is resting and it has not cooled down. So far this is how it looks like. So next I'm going to transfer it into the serve, and after serving it, this is how the oil looks like, and it's smelling good at this stage, guys. You would love this if you give this a try. So next I'm going to take some of the oil, then add it to the green seasoning. And again, like I said earlier on, the video of how I've made the green seasoning is on YouTube, and I'll link the video for you guys to have a look to see how I've made this. So I'm going to give it a good mix until the oil is well mixed with the seasonings. And now that the oil is well mixed and everything is well combined, the next video is where I will show you the 2 different ways that you could store and preserve your green seasoning. So friends and families, the first way I would like to show you is I like to use 2 different sizes of ice cube trays. The first one is the bigger one, as you guys can see, and the reason I put it in a bigger one is depending on the kind of soup I'm making. For example, if I'm making a larger soup or stew, I simply just use the bigger seasoning rather than using the smaller one. And the smaller one is when it comes to making a soup or stew, and it's not a big quantity, that's where I use the smaller seasoning. And once I got my trays filled, I would then cover it using a tin foil. I've also noticed that when you are freezing things such as food or seasonings, the best way to keep the taste together is to cover it. If you don't have a cover, you cover it using a tin foil or something that can help to cover whatever you are doing prior to freezing. So after covering using the tin foil, I would then take it to the freezer and freeze it until it is well frozen.
sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way.
So after that, the third and final part that I normally use to preserve and store my green seasoning is by using a jar. And then what I then do, I will first put some oil at the base, and then once I finish putting the green seasoning, I will top it up again using some oil, because the oil definitely help to protect your seasoning for getting moldy. And this is how it looks like. It's well covered, and as you guys can notice, the top is filled with oil. And with that, you can store that in your fridge. You don't need to freeze it, and it will never go moldy, and use it as long as you want. Alright, friends and families, it's been overnight since I'm frozen my green seasoning, and it's now done. So I'm going to transfer them into the tray. And as you guys can see, it's well frozen, and the sizes are different, the bigger ones and the smaller ones. And there you have it, my friends. Our frozen green seasoning recipe is done.
Life is happy, but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk.
And you can go ahead and pack them into a freezer bags, just like how I'm doing it, and follow by re-putting them back into your freezer and use it anytime you want. There you go, guys. The last is also our jar seasoning that you could also keep in the fridge and use it as long as you want. Et voila, c'est fini. Alright, friends and families, this brings the end to our today's video. I hope you've liked today's video, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And also, if you've ever used my technique to freeze, preserve and store your green seasoning, don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section below, and tell me how it has turned out. And also, please don't forget to share the video with your friends and families. And if you are new to my channel, and if this is your first time watching my video, thank you so much for tuning up. And please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also share the video with your friends and family. Alright, friends and families, until then, I will catch up with you in my next video. Bye all.